Hi, Steve Waters of the Teach Well Alliance here. In a video on workload, Damien Hines, the Education Secretary, identified 3 common sources of unnecessary workload: marking and its contribution to progress, planning, and data drops. He said, quote, "What matters is the person standing at the front of the class," unquote. The Teach Well Alliance agrees that it is the relationship between the teacher and learners that is crucial, and that activities that sap teachers' energies and contribute little or nothing to learning should be reduced or eliminated altogether. Marking. Revisit your school's marking policy. Remove the necessity of marking each piece of work. Set limits on the time marking should take for a set of students. Explore ways of assessing written work by giving verbal feedback, including audio recording it and/or giving the learner responsibility for summarising what you have said. Do more self and peer marking. All feedback should be directed at improving pupil understanding and progress. If it doesn't, then don't do it. Ofsted do not want to see lesson plans. Allow teachers to plan lessons in their own way and play to their individual strengths. Put a time limit on how long it should take to plan a lesson. Give teachers permission to alter plans midway through a lesson if they aren't working. Data. Instead of being a useful tool to help teachers focus on both individual learners and cohorts of learners, some schools have created a time-consuming system which has become an end in itself. Ask yourself, what does collecting and analysing the data our school collects contribute to teaching and learning? If a data process doesn't do either, get rid of it. If a data collection system does help the teacher to know what to teach and how students are learning, but is too time-consuming, decide how to make the system more efficient. In this video, we look at lack of reward. Although teacher pay is of course of great importance, as teachers have fallen behind other professionals, there are equally important ways of rewarding teachers which cost very little or nothing. All teachers know that praising pupils is essential for their motivation and self-confidence. Adults are no different. Saying thank you, or I appreciate the work you are doing, or thanks for helping out, are simple but very effective ways of recognising an individual teacher's commitment. This is most effective when informal thank yous, for example on a corridor, are combined with asking a teacher to come to a line manager's or head teacher's office to be thanked formally. Other strategies which have been successful in schools: partnering with a local company to wash staff cars, or take staff washing and ironing on a Friday and return it on a Monday. Vouchers for local restaurants or shops. A staff well done board where any member of staff can post messages of congratulation to colleagues for work they have done has also been a successful strategy. The posted messages can also be included in the parent newsletter to let parents know of how staff have gone above and beyond to help their children. A family-friendly policy where teachers will cover for one another so that teachers who are parents can attend their children's milestone events is also a great way of giving back to the staff and contributing to a positive work-life balance. In our next video, we look at lack of control. Hi, Steve Waters of the Teach Well Alliance here. In this video in the series Tackling Teacher Burnout, we look at one of the causes of burnout: lack of control. The government imposes control on the kind of curriculum teachers deliver, the tests they have to prepare students for, and how schools and teachers are inspected. It's therefore important that schools protect teachers against the negative impact on teachers' autonomy and professionalism and give them back as much control as possible. Some of the ways that this can be achieved: If a teacher is not teaching and can go home or would like to go off-site, allow them to do so. Remove a requirement to submit lesson plans. Overhaul the length of time staff spend in meetings. A staff meeting of 50 staff lasting an hour costs 50 hours in working time. What else could staff be doing collectively or individually in those 50 hours to put them more in control of their workload and responsibilities? Introduce project management software such as Basecamp for departments or faculties to use for communication and document sharing, and reserve email for cross-department or external communication. Introduce email scheduling software so that emails can be written at any time but sent on a specific day and time. Identify a time in the morning, say 10:30, before which emails will not be sent internally by staff to one another. Emergencies should be tackled by other means, for example, sending a message to a member of staff via a pupil, or sending a text message or voicemail, or seeking the member of staff out to speak to them personally. In this video, we look at how a sense of staff community can be encouraged by the school. Provided that the school is taking action to reduce workload, reward employees and give them back control, as we covered in videos 9 to 11, encouraging staff to eat healthily and exercise as part of a whole staff programme can be a successful way of building community and encouraging staff to support one another. Provide a fridge, microwave and dishwasher to encourage staff to eat healthily. Have a comprehensive professional development programme, both internally and externally. Give staff the opportunity to work in pairs to run courses for their colleagues and to attend courses in pairs. Treats create a sense of community in schools where there is a commitment to well-being generally. They are, however, ineffective if there is a poor relationship between leadership and staff. Some schools have a treat on a Friday, for example, such as cakes at break time. Others have paid someone to serve staff tea and coffee at break, lunchtime, and to run a small shop selling sandwiches and other snacks provided by the school's catering staff. If possible, have a designated area within the staff room or in another room for marking, and another area for socialising and relaxing. In this video, we look at lack of fairness. How often have we heard pupils or staff say, "It's not fair. We have an innate need to be treated the same as everyone else," and are understandably indignant when someone else is treated differently in similar circumstances. It is a given that there is no place in schools for discrimination on the basis of gender, ethnicity or disability. This is of course unlawful. However, unfairness can be present in more subtle ways. Head teachers must ensure that they do not unconsciously have favourites who constantly receive public or private praise for their work. One way of avoiding this is to have an Employee of the Month award in each department and an Employee of the Month award chosen from the staff as a whole. Each departmental nominee goes forward for the Employee of the Month and staff vote on the top 3. Ensure that your CPD offer gives all members of staff an equal opportunity to attend courses or receive training. Give all members of staff the opportunity to voice ideas or concerns. Have an ideas box in the staff room. Put staff well-being centre stage. Telling teachers constantly that pupils come first sends the message that staff come last. In this video, we look at conflict of values. In addition to a lack of control, the government's emphasis on relentless measurement of standards, a knowledge and content-based curriculum, and assessment by terminal exams conflict strongly with the reasons why most teachers went into teaching in the first place. Many, perhaps most teachers, believe that creativity and emotional development have been sacrificed in an ideological and restricted interpretation of the process of learning. So, there is a conflict of values between teachers and the government, which schools need to manage. While of course pupils need to be prepared for tests and exams by practicing appropriate techniques, teachers can still teach interactive, creative and participative lessons, especially in the years when students are not sitting exams. Schools need to ensure staff have the flexibility and support to deliver lessons which make the most of their professionalism and their skills. Conflict of values can also occur when the school constantly exhorts teachers to put their pupils first. Teachers can feel guilt when they are unable to do so, and when the school does not publicly acknowledge that in order to put their pupils first, teachers need to look after their own well-being. Thank you for watching this series, Tackling Teacher Burnout. In our next series, we will look at what individual teachers can do to tackle the causes of burnout. I look forward to seeing you there.